Hi there, I'm KL and this is my mom. I might be the crafty one in the family, but she's definitely the chef. Mom doesn't speak English, but she wants to share her love of food to you guys. So for her cooking series, I'll just be her voice while she shows you the skills. And today, we are making chea ba mao. And if you haven't seen our chea Thailand, be sure to check that one out right after this video. Okay, let's get to the ingredients. You will need coconut milk, a can of butter beans, and a can of kidney beans. And next, you'll need tapioca starch and food coloring of your choice. Now lastly, you'll need 6 water chestnuts, and if you don't have fresh ones, canned ones would work just fine. So mom is taking off the skin from the water chestnuts, and if you bought the canned version, just drain and wash them. Take each water chestnuts and cut them into little cubes. Next, add food coloring to the cube chestnuts and mix everything up. Keep in mind that each cube should have some coloring on it without creating a puddle of food coloring at the bottom of the bowl. Now she adds in about 2.5 tablespoons of tapioca starch, and she makes sure that every single cube is covered in it. You want to see as little green as possible without having a pool of starch at the bottom of the bowl. She fills the pot halfway with water, and when it is at a rolling boil, she adds the water chestnuts into the pot and cook for about 10 minutes while stirring. Tapioca starch can be very sticky and you don't want them to stick together, so be sure to just stir while it's cooking. And then after 10 minutes, you're gonna shock the chestnuts into an ice bath for a minute or two and then drain it from the cold water and set aside. Next, she drains and washes her kidney beans and she places them in a pot with enough water to cover the beans. And then she adds in a tablespoon of sugar to sweeten the beans. And then she cooks that for about 15 minutes or until most of the water has evaporated. Then she placed that into a small bowl and then she repeats this onto the butter beans. So here she's washing and draining the butter beans. In a small pot with just enough water to cover the butter beans, she adds in a tablespoon of sugar and then she let that dissolve before dropping the beans in. And then after 15 minutes or until some of the water has evaporated, she places the butter beans in a small dish and set that aside. And lastly, mom is flavoring the coconut milk with some fresh pandan leaves by cooking the two together for about 5 to 10 minutes. And pandan leaves gives off a matcha vanilla-like flavoring, but if you don't have fresh pandan leaves, you can surely use vanilla beans or just leave the coconut milk alone and flavor it with just sugar. So now it's time to put everything together. First, mom lays down a layer of red kidney beans, and then a white layer of butter beans, and then lastly she lays down a layer of green tapioca chestnuts. And to keep the dessert cold and refreshing, she adds a layer of crushed ice before she tops it all off with some coconut milk. And that's it, homemade chea ba mao that costs less than $10 to make 6 servings of. So keep in mind that you can change up the color by using different types of beans. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe and come back every Monday for another Cooking with Mom. Bye!
Hey, whose legs is as hairy as you, Play-Doh? Oh, look at those legs. I'm talking about your legs, dude. Dude, they're nasty.